Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to LCCC's SLPA pinning ceremony. I am Jen Ewing, the Program Director of Human Behaviors, and with that we have our Speech-Language Pathology Assistant program in that. Most of our night is going to be spent talking and honoring our students, but up first I do want to welcome to the stage our President, Dr. Schaefer.
Thank you, Jen. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Pinning Day. Today has been filled with a series of pinnings, one of the traditions and the ceremonies that we do when we recognize individuals as they prepare to enter into the field as a professional, and speech-language pathology assistants are one of those areas. This program has been near and dear to my heart as it's grown over the years, and really recognizing the work that many of our graduates do. We find a lot of them in education and, of course, in healthcare settings. It's a wonderful profession and a profession that's really in need. So it's exciting for me every night to see, or every year when we get to see the opportunity to have our graduates become pinned and move on, and hopefully also walk across the stage tomorrow as we celebrate our commencement ceremonies here at the college. For the family members that are here and friends and supporters, thank you for supporting your graduate through this process. Education is not something we should do alone, and it's much easier when we have that type of support. So thank you for doing that. Graduates, to you, thank you for sticking with it. I know that there's been challenges along the way. I hope you found the education to be rewarding thus far. I know you're going to find the career to be rewarding as well. I also want to take just a moment to recognize the people behind me. These programs wouldn't work the way they do if we didn't have our administration and our faculty who are willing to commit their time, their careers, their lives to preparing the next generation of our talent, of our workforce. So how about a round of applause for these folks? Thank you again for your support, graduates. Again, congratulations.
Okay, my name is Rachel Thompson, and I was one of the full-time instructors for the SLPA program this year. So I prepared just a little speech to congratulate these students on all their hard work, the families that stood behind them, and hopefully give them a great recognition pinning ceremony. Okay. This pinning ceremony holds a very special significance for me. My own journey began as an SLPA, which eventually led me to practice as an SLP and serve on the Wyoming State Licensing Board for this profession. It was during my time on that board that we noted the critical shortage in our state and actively developed the very legislation and program guidelines needed to bring this training program to life. To stand here today watching this program continue to thrive while having the honor serving as your instructor means watching my entire career come completely full circle. Stepping into this program alongside you for your final year gave me a front row seat to your transformation. This afternoon, looking out at all of you, I want to share exactly what I witnessed along the way. I saw an incredible, undeniable group of intelligent, strong, talented women with an immense amount of grit. Psychologist Angela Duckworth famously defines grit as passion and perseverance for long-term goals. She notes that achievement is just not about raw talent. It's about stamina. You all embody that definition perfectly. This associate degree is a rigorous marathon. I know you can testify to that. It would have been so easy to give up at so many points over the last 2 years. When the late nights piled up, when clinical projects felt overwhelming, and when practical demonstrations demanded absolute precision, quitting was always on the table. But you didn't. Instead, you dug deep. You found a reservoir of grit within yourselves that you didn't even know you possessed. You proved to me, your families, and most importantly to yourselves, that you can handle intense pressure and still emerge victorious. That precise willingness to look at an overwhelming obstacle and decide to outlast it is the powerful engine that will carry you forward in this profession. Talent can be taught, but stamina is forged, and you have forged a baseline for lifelong success. As you move from the classroom to the clinic or the school, you take an incredible foundation. You've done the hard work, learning the theories, understanding the why behind every treatment, and perfecting the hands-on techniques your clients and students will rely on. But all of that data is only half of the equation. The legendary Helen Keller once wrote that the best and most beautiful things in the world cannot be seen or even touched. They must be felt with the heart. In our profession, that is the ultimate truth. So much of what we do comes straight from the heart. There will be days when the clock ticks slower than usual, your heart feels a little heavier, and the sheer weight of this profession weighs on you more than you ever expected. There will be moments when you're completely exhausted, deeply discouraged, and a quiet voice inside you wonders if you're making any difference at all. In those exact moments, I need you to stop, look in the mirror, and remember exactly who you are. Remember that your daily work gives you a front row seat to the small, beautiful miracles of human breakthrough and connection. You're the one who watches a child finally produce a sound correctly, piece their words together into a sentence, or master a concept that once felt impossible. You're the one who helps an adult find their words again, answer their questions, and provide the everyday help and encouragement they need to build their confidence to live life on their own terms. You are right in there in the trenches, celebrating their biggest wins and anchoring them with encouragement through every moment of frustration and strife. Because of that dedication, a child who once felt trapped and unable to share all their thoughts is now telling stories, laughing with their friends, and talking to their parents and their teachers about all the big and small moments of their day. You did that. You broke down the wall of isolation so that kid can make friends, sit proudly at the lunch table, and build those deep, meaningful connections. And because of that same care, a grandparent whose world shrunk after a stroke is now sitting at the family table, sharing their wisdom and speaking directly to their grandchildren again. You didn't just give them words. You handed them back their place in their own family. You returned their dignity. So for every single person you work with, know this: you are expanding their entire reality. You're giving them courage to their own voice, to feel proud of who they are, and to deeply understand that they are valued, they are seen, and they matter. Because we know that every single voice matters. You now hold this incredible responsibility in this life. You're the architect of connection, the bridge that brings people out of isolation and back into the light of human relationships. Never forget that power. When you look in that mirror on the hard days, remember, you are the reason they found their way back to their voice, or found their voice to start with. So as you bid farewell to LCCC and head out into the fast-paced world of speech pathology, remember that this profession is ever evolving. In this line of work, we have a saying: the day you stop learning is the day you stop growing. The very second you decide you are finished learning as a clinician is the exact day you stop being the best clinician that you could possibly be. We are never truly finished clinicians, and that is a powerful truth you must protect as SLPAs. Commit to that reality. Never stop expanding your knowledge base, and never stop growing for the sake of your clients and your students. When you honor that immense power of your clinical training and dedicate yourselves to this lifelong commitment of learning, you will learn to trust the endless capacity of your clinical heart. Of course, no one reaches this stage like this completely alone. So to the families and friends sitting in the audience tonight, thank you. Thank you for your endless patience, your steady encouragement, and your unwavering support over the past 2 years. Thank you for being the willing participants in their speech and language screenings, for patiently filling out endless parent questionnaires, and for letting your living rooms turn into clinical training grounds. You were a vital part of their education, and this milestone belongs to you too. I also want to take a moment to thank all of you. I know this year asked a lot of you. You experienced change, uncertainty, new expectations, and a new instructor stepping into a program that you had already begun building together. And I know that wasn't easy. From day one, we talked openly about the fact that change can be scary. I remember promising you then that although I was stepping into a program already in progress, I was all in, and I would give this program and each of you my absolute best. You could have met that transition with hesitation or uncertainty, but instead, you met it with grace, resilience, patience, and openness. So thank you for continuing to believe in this program. Thank you for showing up, even on those hard days. Thank you for giving this experience everything you had, and thank you for giving me a chance. It never went unnoticed how often you chose perseverance, professionalism, and heart. You adapted when things changed, you supported one another, and you kept moving forward with determination and compassion. Although I may not have started this journey with you on day one, I'm incredibly grateful that I got to walk beside you during this chapter. Watching your growth this year has been one of the greatest privileges of my career, and I hope you know how deeply appreciated each of you truly are. I am so incredibly proud of the clinicians that you all have become over the last 2 years and the grit that you have shown to get here. In my own journey as an SLP, stepping into the role of your instructor has truly been one of the most rewarding and privileged chapters in my career. It's my absolute honor to look at you no longer as my students, but to officially welcome you into the field as my new peers and my professional colleagues. Congratulations, you guys. Go make a difference.
Hello, my name is Morgan, and this is what LCCC has meant to me. So, first of all, this is my second time going through school. I was really terrified. My first time was straight out of high school, and I got my associates in early childhood education. I worked at a child development center for many years, and then my last few years, 7, I don't know how many years, I've just been staying home, raising my kids. I have 3 beautiful kids who are amazing, and a loving, supporting husband who has encouraged me to go back to school and do what I truly want to do. He has been so supportive. He has made me this office. He has encouraged me to keep going. He's pushed me through. He's been in the videos, helping me get all my assignments done. He's been a real trooper, stepped up in all the household things, and I truly want to say thank you because I could not have done this without you, and I appreciate you. My family, so many times I'm like, I can't do it. It's too much, it's too hard. I don't think I can keep going, and they've encouraged me to keep going. They've helped with kids and getting them to their sporting events or to school, helped watch the youngest because he's still in preschool. So we get to graduate together and go to school together, so that's pretty cool. But to my family, thank you. Thank you for stepping up, helping me, helping us, and getting me to this point. So I chose SLPA for many reasons. 2 of my 3 kids are in speech. My son was considered nonverbal for the longest time, and I've truly seen just how amazing speech therapy is for kids and helping them get their voice and learn to communicate. And I just really wanted to be a part of that. So his SLP, I asked her, I was like, do you think this is a good program? And she said, absolutely, yes. She's been my supervising SLP through this. And I plan on working with her directly in the future as well. So I'm very thankful for her and all of her help and her guidance. It truly takes a village to raise these kids, and mine is truly amazing. Rachel, your weekly check-ins have meant so much to me. I truly appreciate them. You've let me vent it all out. You've encouraged me to keep going, and you just accept my chaos, and you've helped me learn the real life side of it, the personal side of it. You brought the text into meaningful education for me. And I don't think I could have made it through this program without you either. So thank you. And I hope our weekly check-ins never stop, because I am truly grateful for those. One of my favorite things where it just like clicked for me and I was like, okay, this is right. This is where I need to be, is after one session, I was in a classroom with friends and peers and trying to get one to work on my social communication. My time was up and I was like, okay, buddy, I gotta go to the next class. He said, but I'll miss you. And every time I see him in the hallway, he's like, are you coming to play with me today? And his 2-word utterances have just blossomed, and this is where I want to be. This is what I want to do. And LCCC has got me here. It's a hard program. It's an amazing program. And it has helped me develop my lifelong goal and my plan. And just truly, truly grateful. Thank you.
Okay, Morgan Curry, would you like to come up with your family to pin?
Hi, my name is Sarah Flores, and I hope that by the time you see this, I am a graduate from the Speech Language Pathology Assistant Program at LCCC. I think that that's crazy to say, but also wonderful. The reason for that is because before any of this has started, I did not think that I would be able to do it. I was a new first-time mom to my beautiful daughter, and I continuously made excuses as to why I couldn't finish school, as to why I couldn't do anything outside of the job that I was currently working, and here I am. I'm just really proud of myself, and so appreciative of all of the support and the motivation and the understanding. My little family, Nova and Jaden, have been so supportive throughout this entire journey, and this journey is just as much successful for them as it has been for me. And also a huge thank you to my entire family for their constant support and help, and allowing me to do my Zoom meetings in a quiet space. I'm excited to say that after my journey with the speech program at LCCC has finally come to an end, I am entering into a career in my local school district as a speech language pathology assistant. That is exciting. That's good stuff, and that could not have been possible without the help of my program directors, my peers, my professors, my program directors, so Sue Torney, who, got us started and kind of led the way, has been amazing. And then Rachel Thompson, who came in and was just our backbone and fought for us and has motivated us and has pulled us through to the end. Absolutely amazing, taking on a million things. I swear she's Superwoman. I'm very grateful and very appreciative of both of those amazing, amazing individuals, amazing women who have given us their knowledge and their wisdom, the many years that they have completed in this program, and here we are lucky enough to get to learn from each of them has been amazing. LCCC, the peers I've received, I've learned, gotten to learn at LCCC. It's a cohort that I hope to keep forever. We support each other, we talk to each other, we work well together, which sometimes is hard to come by, but we get it done and we do it and we move forward. I guess as the underdog who thought that she couldn't complete another degree or make her way through, I guess I would just say that I'm proud of myself, and I have learned that you can push yourself beyond boundaries that you build. So get out of your box. You just have to do it, and you will accomplish great things out of your comfort zone. And for that, I am forever grateful for LCCC.
Sarah Flores.
It's hard to believe this journey is coming to an end. When I first started at LCCC, I didn't know exactly what to expect. I knew I wanted to grow professionally and learn more about working with students in communication. But I also knew balancing school, work, and life would be challenging. Looking back now, I can say this experience helped me grow in ways I never expected. One thing that made this experience so special was the connections I built along the way. I met some truly amazing people during the past 2 years, and I hope many of them will continue to be lifelong friends. We all experienced the ups and downs of this program together while balancing responsibilities, stress, deadlines, work, and family. But we supported and encouraged each other through it all. Having people who truly understand what you were going through made such a difference. I also want to mention how much the support from my instructors meant to me. There were moments where I wasn't sure I would make it through the program. And if it wasn't for 2 instructors believing in me, encouraging me, pushing me forward, I don't know if I would be standing here today finishing this journey. Their support helped me grow not only as a student, but also as a future professional. What makes this journey especially important to me is that I'll be continuing my career in the same public school where I've worked for the past 13 years. LCCC helped prepare me to transition from my previous role into becoming an SLPA. With more clinicianal knowledge, confidence, professional skills, I now feel prepared to support students in a more impactful way while continuing to learn and grow in this field. Overall, LCCC has meant growth, opportunity, support, and preparation for my next chapter. I am grateful for everything the program has given me and for everyone who helped me along the way. Thank you.
Stephanie Hawkinson, please come up.
Hey, so I am recording in my car because I'm at shooting sports. That is my life, and that's how I get to record things. So let's start out with who I was before this program and joining LCCC. So I got into this program because I was a newly widowed 27-year-old woman with 3 boys and had no direction in life because my other chosen career path is not lucrative to the single motherhood life with 3 boys. So I found a need in my community of needing speech therapists and researched and found that LCCC was a fit that worked for me. So meaningful experiences that I gained from attending this program was I got to know new people who will continue to be friends and future colleagues, hopefully. And then a highlight of mine was seeing the growth in clients from my internship. There was a lot of successes that we had this semester with my clients that was fun to watch. What I learned about the field and myself is that I learned speech therapy is more than just teaching a kid how to talk. And I also learned about myself is that I can accomplish hard goals with the right support system. My boys have been amazing with letting mom be chaotically stressed, but still getting to all of their stuff. I have a new boyfriend. His name's Ryan, and he has been a big help of getting dinner on the table when class goes late or getting kids to sports when I can't get somewhere for class. So being able to accomplish hard goals with those support systems have been amazing. Plus, leaning on this cohort has helped me get through it. The SLPA program, and Rachel specifically, has given me hands-on real-life experience in the field through the internship and all of the assignments given, that I was able to get a full-time job position at my current job as an SLPA before even graduating. So, thank you, Rachel, and the cohort, and my children, and my boyfriend Ryan for getting me through it.
Ashley Harris.
When I first started LCCC, I would say I wasn't very confident in myself. I've always been someone who didn't always finish things. I, seriously would quit everything, especially when they got hard. When life got busy, which is basically always, I had a habit of putting myself on the back burner and telling myself that I would come back to things later. And I would say this program truly challenged that mindset. It taught me how to keep going even when things felt overwhelming, uncomfortable, far outside my comfort zone, which is basically half the time in this program. This program pushed me in ways I truly did not expect. There were assignments, projects, internship moments that tested both my patience and my sanity. Simu case. During my internship, I also learned a very important professional skill, how to keep a completely straight face while articulation students confidently say words like fox, kitties, horse, If you know, you know. Honestly, if that's not real world training, I don't know what is. I would say one of the absolute best parts of my time at LCCC were most definitely my classmates. We didn't just attend late night classes, group projects, endless assignments together. We survived them together. There were so many laughs and moments that made class feel less intimidating and kind of more like a community. And even on the hardest days, knowing we were all in it together made a huge difference. And I am so grateful I got to go through this program with all of you guys. Next, I want to give the biggest, most heartfelt shout out to our instructor, Rachel. Oh my goodness, she stepped into this role during a time of, I would say, uncertainty and kind of confusion during the half of our semester. And she just handled it with grace and patience and just a smile on her face all the time. And she took on teaching classes that she wasn't supposed to, just to make sure every one of us crossed the finish line. And we just truly could not have done this without her. She is genuinely an angel of a human, and I will always be grateful for her support, encouragement, and believing in all of us. Thompson Kid for life. Now onto my family, because let's be honest, this program quickly turned into a full house experience. First to my daughter, my 3-year-old Avery, who definitely made her presence known during a few of my presentations and projects. Everyone in class knows Avery. So thank you, Avery, for keeping things exciting and unpredictable for me and everyone. But honestly, to my entire family, thank you guys for your patience and understanding while I was just buried in assignments, and to my husband who worked his tail off just so I could finish this internship. Also, special shout out to my husband and my son, Cash, who were constantly voluntold to be my practice clients for projects. Your willingness to participate absolutely did not go unnoticed. I love you guys. And last, but definitely not least, special thanks to my hundreds of emotional support coffees. You showed up for me every single day without judgment. Could not have done that without you. In all seriousness, LCCC helped me grow academically, professionally, and personally. I learned how to stick with things even when they got hard. I trust myself more and understand that progress does not have to be perfect to be meaningful. And in true SLPA fashion, LCCC helped me improve my communication skills, my confidence, and my caffeine tolerance. So for that, I am truly, truly grateful. Great job, ladies. We did it. Thank you.
Hey, Brittany Hockeride.
Okay, what LCCC has meant to me. LCCC was not only the first college I ever attended, but I have been taking classes at LCCC since I was a junior in high school. I know, yikes. On and off, am I on? So it's been a long time coming, I think. It took me a really long time to figure out what I wanted to do in life. And once I discovered speech language pathology, and I found this program. I just knew that this is what I wanted to do. And I never understood what people meant when they said, if you find something you love and you're passionate about, you'll never work a day in your life. And that could not be more true when it comes to speech language pathology for me. So who knows, we might keep going. We might just be an SLPA for the next few years and then decide. I don't know where the future is going to take me, but we shall see. This program has meant so much to me. I have made the most amazing friendships and bonds throughout the last 2 years, and we would not have made it here without each other. So thank you, girls. And this program to me has meant a lot of late nights, a lot of health issues, and a lot of times where I really did not know if I could keep going. Rachel, you are the backbone of this program. There were times where I was just like, I don't know if I can keep this up. I don't know if I can do this anymore. And you threatened to fly to England and talk me out of it. So thank you. I would not be here if it weren't for you. Also, just thank you to all of my friends and family that have been by my side throughout this journey the past 2 years. I would not have done it without you guys either. I have the most amazing support system, and I am forever thankful and grateful.
Marquis Johnson.
Three years ago, in my Strategies for Success class, I took a random career quiz that matched me to speech language pathology. I called up Sue, I asked for a meeting, and now I'm graduating from the speech language pathology assistant program. And through all of that, this has changed my life. I have met the greatest people. I have become best friends with some of my cohort girls, and I will never ever take those relationships for granted. I've had the best instructors who have inspired me to change the world and find that everybody deserves to have their voices heard, and that I can have a part in that by helping them figure out which method of communication works for them. And I have truly found my purpose. When I started at LCCC, I had no idea who I was. I was a lost kid who was confused and felt like she had no purpose in her life and that nobody really wanted her around. I had no idea what I was going to do. I just knew that I wanted to go to college and find some degree. But little did I know that when I stepped into that Strategies for Success class, that I would find my passion and my love for everything that I've ever wanted in the world. I have had the best memories throughout this whole journey. It's hard to summarize in about 3 minutes what this has meant to me and some of my best moments. One of my favorite memories is when Emma and I would stay up super late in the study rooms, and we'd book them pretty much every night. And we'd sit there and we'd put our hands on our chins and we'd count our syllables to see if we were doing it right. And then we'd cry about the competencies and the bell assignments and the group projects and everything we had to still do because we had 20 assignments. And then we'd laugh through it all because we knew that one way or another, we were going to get through this because we had
the best people supporting us. We had some of the best friends we've ever made. I've had some of the best instructors. Rachel, you saved our program. I want to thank Rachel for being the backbone for everything. Every moment that I've ever doubted myself, every moment that I've ever lacked confidence, which is all the time, and thought I wasn't good enough or smart enough, Rachel has always messaged me and she's been like, girl, you are the best. And every supportive message that she's given me has truly, I've written them out and I put them on my wall and I will never forget them. Rachel has changed my life. I also want to thank Sue for being the reason I'm here today. She's the one who first got me the meeting and first accepted me into the program, and without her, I would not be here, truly. I want to thank my parents for always supporting me and for always being my best support system. They answer every phone call, they listen to every rant, they read the text messages. They're just always there for me, and I will forever be appreciative of them for that. I want to thank my siblings for being my siblings and for being my cheerleaders when I needed some encouragement, and for always letting me practice with them, because that's really important, even if they get annoyed. And I want to especially thank my cousins Nate and Kaylee, who are here today, who not only gave me a place to live during this journey, but gave me a home where I felt loved and like I belonged. And I want to thank them for letting me have Reese and Graham, my bonus siblings, who have changed my life in every way possible. And I will never be able to express how truly thankful I am for all of them. Overall, LCCC has changed my life. I have made so many core memories here, and I truly cannot believe that now I'm standing here and I'm leaving. I am done. I will never be the same person that I was when I first walked into these walls, and that is what is so important to me. LCCC has changed my life forever, so thank you.
Catherine Martinson.
So basically what LCCC has meant to me during my 3 years here have just, it shaped me in a lot of ways. Of course, my experience at LCCC wasn't the greatest. Sadly, it didn't turn out the way that I wanted it to, but I have definitely learned a lot from it. Especially this program, the SLPA program. Although I was only in it for not 2.5 years, I think, but I definitely still have some fond memories. I met my best friends in this class. I realized that this is the place that I'm supposed to be at, and it's something that I know I'm good at and I know I will succeed in, and it's just fun. You get to hang out with kids and, be creative with with sessions and stuff like that. So there's definitely some special friendships and connections that I've made, and it's so fun to learn about all of this stuff. I mean, when I first started LCCC, I didn't know what I wanted. I didn't know where I was gonna go. I didn't know anything. I was gonna go be a sonographer when, in reality, I probably couldn't have done it. But I'm very thankful for this program and just all the things I've learned about this field, and seeing the way that the kids, that light goes up
you see that light bulb pop above their heads when they finally get something like down, and how excited they are. Like that fills something in me, that fills my cup. And LCCC, especially this class, it's prepared me for interviews, and just like the next step going forward. I'm gonna go get my bachelor's, and it's just amazing about just what this program has done, and just the special friendships that I've made, and the amazing instructors that I've had. Like they really all challenged me, and I know they all wanted what's best for me, and they definitely put me to the challenge. So I'm very thankful for that, and I can't wait to go get my bachelor's, be done, and then get that big girl job. So yeah, it was great.
Emma Roberts.
Hi guys, so this video is supposed to be what LCCC has meant to me. So the first thing is who you were when you started LCCC. Before this, I was over in Nebraska. Some of you that know me a little more personally know that. I was doing nursing, and when I transferred to LCCC, it was when I had realized that nursing just wasn't the career for me, and so I was kind of lost in what I wanted to do. And so when I saw the SLPA program, I thought it sounded really nice, especially because I really like kids. But I didn't really want to be a teacher. So I thought this would be like a nice career path, just like work with kids, but I was very unsure if I would even like it, to be fully honest. But throughout my last 2 years here, I have found that not only do I really like kids, I love kids. I love kids of all ages. I have been working with elementary kids, 5th and 6th, and then I've also been working with junior high kids, 7th through 8th. And even through that large age gap, I really liked both sides of it, and I've learned just as a person, I absolutely love kids. And so I'm happy that through this program, I could learn that about myself, but also be able to have the skills through LCCC to then apply it out in the world, because I do want to help more kids. Sorry, I'm trying not to cry again. The experiences that stand out to me as meaningful, honestly, the really meaningful thing was all of the screenings that I had with my boyfriend, who's now my fiance. Because every time he would do a screening or like an assessment, because it was always for practice, we would have to take it a million times because I'd always laugh, because he'd always do something that would make me laugh. And so I always thought those were really meaningful and very heartfelt for me to experience. Things that I learned about in the field or about myself. Well, like I said, the biggest thing I learned about myself was that I just absolutely love kids. And I love kids more than adults. I like adults, but I like kids a lot more. And I want to help them expand their knowledge and learn more and be able to have a voice for other people to hear and understand. There are some people that I would like to thank. So the first person is my mom, Becky Vickery, and then my fiance, Austin Taylor. And of course, I want to thank my instructor, Rachel Thompson, for helping us through the last half of this program. And then for classmates, because I didn't think I was going to get close to anyone. But my closest classmates are Catherine, Emma, Brittany, and Gladys. You know who you are. I didn't think I would get close to anyone in this program because it's all online, but I have gotten really close to you guys along with Rachel. And I couldn't have asked for better people to help me through this program. My boyfriend always says that I could get through the program just fine without him, but I think between my mom, between him, between all of my classmates and Rachel, I think you guys really helped push me through it and helped make it enjoyable. Because it wasn't just about learning, it was also about making those connections that are important to me. And then I also want to thank my SLPs, Kathy Dayhill and Kimberly Gross, for helping me grow and become an SLPA throughout my internship. Thank you.
Sorry, Meadow Vickery. Sorry about that. Okay, that concludes the pinning ceremony for this afternoon. So congratulations to all the new SLPAs in the audience, and welcome to the amazing world of speech pathology. You all are free to go. There, you can take pictures, whatever you would like to do. Yep. Oh, all the SLPAs up front. Oh, me too? Yes. Oh, all right.